When people ask us how we came about to be the owners of Pope's Museum, it seems to be an unusual story. We were looking to retire to a quiet life in the country, having no idea of the history and background of Pope's Museum. There was a lot of repairs that needed to be done. It was very overgrown. It had been abandoned for a while.
She started digging into the background, and the more she researched the home, the more we discovered what we had actually bought, the history behind it that we had no idea.
Literally, we found out that it is a national treasure, and so we thought if it's a national treasure, it should have opportunities to be exposed to the public.
We always say that Laura was a self-taught artist, that she might have had some minor training somewhere, and I guess it was just in her, the talent that she had, and she perfected it over the years. But everything she did was right here on this property. She would go down, there's a creek that runs back here behind the place, and she would haul sand, would take sand up out of the creek and bring it back up here and she literally made her own cement out of the sand from the creek. And the same with the paint. When the portraits and paintings she did, she took the berries from the plants and trees right here on the property and literally made her own paint. She was very creative and inventive.
The Associated Press had their midwinter meeting here in 1927, so she was already known throughout the state of Georgia as this amazing art woman who had three really important values. You have to understand from a historical perspective, she wasn't really supposed to have the right to own property, and she did. She wasn't supposed to have the right or ability or even mental capability to run 1,600 acres, a store across the street, be the postmistress, and yet she did. And so she chose to have that same mentality and showcase what other women were doing. Laura put the focus on other people, and in showcasing the achievements of other people, she became an American success story herself. Events ought to be joyful. They ought to be celebrations and distinctive. It's only one Pope's Museum in the entire world.
Some people need to get away from the grind and the hustle bustle of everyday life. And it's beautiful grounds to come out here and walk on and just kind of rest and have some quiet time to yourself. I think we offer that.
So whether you're coming for a tour or a leadership conference, an overnight accommodation, or whether or not you're coming to celebrate your daughter's wedding, we want to be an elegant, joyous, distinctive opportunity to serve people. The beauty of the artwork, it should be on every historical and art lover's bucket list.